What's up, everyone? Welcome to the August 10th edition of DraftKings Tournament Plays presented by PrizePicks. I'm your host, Adam Scherer. You can follow me on Twitter at ShipMyMoneyDFS. And as a reminder, use the promo code AWESOMO when you sign up and make a deposit at PrizePicks. You'll receive 1 free month of Stokastic Plus Platinum. You'll also receive a 100% deposit bonus up to $100 on that first deposit. We have a 9-game MLB slate tonight. As usual, we're going to take a look at 3 of the top tournament stacks and 3 of the top tournament pitchers, using the top stacks tool and the top pitchers tool on the Stokastic.com website. Starting with the top stacks, number 3, the Cleveland Guardians are taking on Drew Hutchison tonight in Detroit. Hutchison has only struck out 11.9% hitters with a 4.95 xFIP so far this season. The Guardians' active roster has a 108 WRC plus and 144 ISO. They're projected for 6% ownership with a 7% chance of being the top scoring stack and a 4% chance of being the top value stack. Number 2, the Colorado Rockies are taking on Jose Quintana tonight in Colorado. Quintana getting the start for the Cardinals, 21.2% strikeout percentage and a 3.73 xFIP so far this season. But he has had some issues with right-handed hitters, only striking out 19.2% with a 156 expected ISO and a 327 expected WOBA. There is some right-handed power in the Rockies lineup, and they have a 102 WRC plus and 181 ISO at home this season. They are projected for 9% ownership with a 9% chance of being the top scoring stack and a 4% chance of being the top value stack. And number 1, the St. Louis Cardinals, projected for 29% ownership, but with a 27% chance of being the top scoring stack and a 22% chance of being the top value stack. The Cardinals are once again in a very good spot tonight in Coors Field. They have a 6.7 implied run total against Kyle Freeland. Freeland has struck out 17% of hitters with a 4.44 xFIP so far this season. The Cardinals' active roster has a 115 WRC plus and a 164 ISO. Now, before we take a look at the top 3 tournament pitchers, we do have a new promo code for viewers of these videos. That promo code is ADAMMLB. It's at the top of the screen. Use it. Get 50% off Stokastic Plus weekly. This offer is available for new users only, but if you haven't already signed up, take advantage. Get yourself 50% off. This will give you access to behind the paywall data, including the top stacks tool and the top pitchers tool that I referred to in this video. So again, promo code ADAMMLB. Get yourself 50% off Stokastic Plus weekly. Now, taking a look at the top 3 tournament pitchers, number 3, Aaron Civale is $6,500 tonight against the Detroit Tigers. Civale is a pretty average pitcher with a 4.11 xFIP and a 21.7% strikeout percentage so far this season. But he has an excellent matchup against the Tigers, who have a 75 WRC plus and a 23.6% strikeout percentage on their active roster. Civale is currently projected for a 14% ownership percentage with a 14% chance of being a top 2 scoring pitcher and a 25% chance of being a top 2 value pitcher. Number 2, Sandy Alcantara, projected for 31% ownership with a 23% chance of being a top 2 scoring pitcher and a 7% chance of being a top 2 value at $10,300. He's taking on the Phillies tonight in Philadelphia. It is a park downgrade for him. The Phillies' active roster also has a 104 WRC plus and a 24% strikeout percentage. Alcantara has struck out 23.3% of hitters with a 3.35 xFIP so far this season, but he also has arguably the longest leash in baseball. He frequently goes very deep into games, whereas most other pitchers don't. He has thrown a total of 158 1/3 innings in 22 starts this year. He's gone at least 100 pitches in 4 straight starts and like 8 of his last 10. So he is somebody that you can typically count on to go pretty deep into games. And number 1, Justin Verlander, projected for 58% ownership, 32% chance of being the top 2 scoring pitcher, and an 11% chance of being a top 2 value at $10,500. He's taking on the Texas Rangers, who have a 107 WRC plus and a 22.2% strikeout percentage on their active roster. Verlander is another pitcher that we don't have any questions about how deep into the game he can go. He doesn't throw over 100 pitches as frequently as Alcantara does, but he does still do it pretty often. He has a 25.5% strikeout percentage and a 3.44 xFIP so far this season. So to recap, the top 3 stacks: number 3, the Cleveland Guardians; number 2, the Colorado Rockies; number 1, the St. Louis Cardinals. And the top 3 tournament pitchers: number 3, Aaron Civale; number 2, Sandy Alcantara; and number 1, Justin Verlander.